Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another pre-market watch list here in the boiler room. So, again, as always, few good plays today. There are a few penny stocks that are moving this morning. So, for those of you that like to trade those penny stocks, like myself included, looks like we have a few good plays out there in the penny stock world, along with some other higher price stocks we're going to take a look at. So once again, thank you guys all for tuning in. Yesterday was a good day for me. Ended up the day a couple thousand. So let's get cracking and get into it so you guys can get on your way and start trading here soon. All right. So I'll cover this one right here. The first one on my watch list is RIOT. So the reason I like RIOT here is if you were to come in and look at this daily chart, you'll see that the stock double topped right at about $46.20. Now, this stock has been overextended for a while. It's all in the blockchain and cryptocurrency world. So it's been consistently getting pumped up and it's very hyped up and all the way up there. But we can see here clearly that it has double topped at $46.26 or $46.20. Double top. These aren't the perfect tweezer top candles, but these are basically tweezer top candles that signify that we're maybe coming into a downtrend. Okay, so right now, RIOT is on both my long and short watch. Initially, out of the gates, I'll be looking to go long on RIOT. If you look at, I'll even pop into a 20-day 1-hour chart. On a 20-day 1-hour chart, we have this move up, and then we hit a resistance point here at, let me zoom in, can't really see that. All right, so we move up, we tap 46.20. We move up again, we tap 46.20 before coming down, and now we're starting to pick back up in momentum. All right, so it's very possible the stock is still on an uptrend. So if we go from this low and kind of follow it across, we're definitely uptrending. So it's very possible that soon RIOT might break out of $46.20. Is it going to do it today? I don't know. It's possible. Right now, we are, in fact, uptrending. If we go from the low of pre-market yesterday and go straight across, you'll see the stock is still putting in higher lows. So we are uptrending. So essentially today on RIOT, I'll be looking for a move. It'll probably break 40 here pretty soon, but ideally, I'm looking to take a long out of the gates on this. I'm thinking RIOT will probably go long starting out of the gates. It'll pop up and then it will start coming down. Because I think, based on this 20-day chart, I really think that after this move up and we double topped, we came down and now we're just retracing a little bit and short sellers are covering up some of their positions. And then after this little squeeze phase concludes, we're going to continue to the downside. So right now, looking for a long play on RIOT out of the gates, maybe over 40 with a target of 42. You know, because we kind of had some resistance here at 41 yesterday. 40. So I think maybe long over 40 with an initial target of 42 is where it broke down yesterday. And then if, in fact, it can't go through 42 or we start seeing some resistance, I think we're going to start coming back to the downside where I'll look to short RIOT. I'll briefly touch on LFIN just because it's a stock that it's very challenging to trade and it's not the easiest thing to trade and it has big spreads, but ideally I'm still keeping LFIN on short watch. The stock is extremely overvalued. Everybody bought the hype on the company buying Zidu, the blockchain or cryptocurrency technology company or something like that, in which the CEO himself even said that we're not even going to be profitable from that purchase for another year or so. And we're only going to make about $3 million off of that purchase of Zidu, which is basically nothing. So everyone overhyped it way too much. And so I do believe that at some point, LFIN is going to start coming way, way back down to where it really should be, which is about $5 a share. Is it ever going to make it back down to $5 or anytime soon? Don't know, but it is very extended. So I am watching this stock very closely on short watch. It is challenging to trade. The spreads are very big. So just keep that in the back of your head, okay? Now, let's touch on TEUM here very fast. TEUM is one that I said would probably come down yesterday, and in fact, it did do that. It dumped out pre-mark or as soon as the bell opened, basically. But it had an amazing, amazing reversal trade, and then it ended up coming back up to retest $2. I find it pretty hard to believe that TEUM will break $2. I don't think it's going to come all the way back up and retest or break $2. It actually might go all the way up to retest $2, but I'd be very surprised if it in fact breaks through the $2 mark, okay? So here was the deal. I was talking to somebody earlier this morning and kind of giving them some pointers, and if TEUM were to hold up on this $1.50 area, it would be good to take a long. Essentially, it did that, and then it ended up squeezing up here pre-market. So that game plan did work. If it held 150, could look to take a long, and now it's up. So essentially, it's still staying up there. It's not quite selling off. So I do believe TEUM will be in play. There was a lot of volume yesterday and a lot of volume the day before. So I think there's enough people that are still watching the stock that it will, in fact, move a little bit higher today. So I would keep TEUM on watch for a long for a retest of $2. That would be my game plan, to see if, in fact, TEUM can come back up and retest that $2 mark, okay? So maybe look to take profits in that $2 area, because that is definitely a resistance point, or even this 196, which was the high of day yesterday, could act up as a resistance point. Some of these leading gappers we have going on are NETE. NETE is just booming right now, and I haven't even looked at the news. Okay, basically blah, 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 blockchain, cryptocurrency. Okay, cool. Don't really care. All I know is that it says blockchain, so that means the stock is going up these days. Any news that says a stock is involved in cryptocurrency or blockchain, it immediately goes up. So everyone's all on the blockchain and cryptocurrency hype right now. So right now, NETE is really, really, really high up. It's way up. In fact, it's all the way up to like $9. Was that right? Is it $9, right? Yeah, 9.48. So you can see it previously popped up to a high of $10 and 9.48 before coming down. So we know in this $10 and this $9 area is a resistance point. Personally, if you ask me, the stock is up very, very high, and it's definitely due to come down. It will not sustain this high price point forever. It will not just keep shooting up. Actually, it's very possible that it does, but I'd be very surprised if it continues on this pace all the way. I definitely think we're going to see a pullback before pre-market, obviously. And if it continues on this pace, I would say maybe look to take a long over that $10 break. And it just broke right there. Okay, so the way that I would trade NETE is to watch for the break of every whole dollar mark. Because over the whole dollar mark, those are resistances, those are support areas. So I would say look to long over any of the $10 or over any of the whole dollar marks. That would be a really good opportunity. Now, personally, it's definitely due for a pullback, but I think there's so many people watching NETE today that it will boom. But I'd be very hesitant at buying at this price point without any sort of pullbacks, okay? So definitely watch this one and read the news. I just briefly went over it, and I know that they're talking about blockchain. So before trading this, make sure to read the news and justify it for yourself. Is it really valid? Does it make sense? Is it strong news, which it does appear to be based on the price action we are seeing here on the chart? Okay, so again, keep NETE on your watch list this morning. At this point, for a long and honestly a short, when stocks go up this high, they usually come down pretty hard too. All right, another one we had this morning is NXTD. Let me get these drawings off. Now, NXTD, I believe, might even have, what is the news on this one? Another one, entering cryptocurrency arena, blah, 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 something about cryptocurrency. So the stock is booming. Okay, so again, this would be one you keep on your watch. So we can clearly see there's resistance at 310 here pre-market. So that's going to be the key level to watch for a long when the gates open or when the bell rings and trading starts taking place. That is going to be the key area to watch for. Exactly, Kevin. They keep pumping up these blockchain newses, and you just ride the wave. You just ride every wave you can with all this blockchain technology news that's coming out on these stocks. That's the deal. So again, watch NXTD for maybe a long over 310. If it goes up to 310 and can't break, I would be looking to short it. Another one, SSC. SSC, I believe, was another one this morning that had something to do with blockchain. Or no, it isn't. It didn't have anything to do with blockchain. Never mind. But again, it had some pretty good news. It got pumped up all the way to $8 a share, and now it has crashed down to $6. Okay, so this one's kind of wishy-washy right now because it's right in the middle. It's not at its highs, it's not at its lows, it's right in the middle. So a lot of times you might see these stocks like this start off really choppy, and you kind of have to wait for them to double bottom or start putting in higher lows before you can really determine the trend. So I think something with SSC, it's something just to keep on watch for now, some type of direction that it would like to take. Okay, so SSC, definitely going to watch it, but it's more or less just on watch for right now, not necessarily on the top thing to trade for me, at least. Okay. Moving forward, I'm going to cover the last one here is MU. MU had a great earning. Let me get these drawings off. There's a lot going on. Okay, so MU had a really, really good earnings win, and the stock went up and up and up. Now, here's the deal. Anybody who is in before the earnings, they usually like to take the profit. I mean, if I was in at 43 and now it's up to 47, I would probably take some money off the table when the bell rings and the market opens. So I would definitely consider watching MU as the price might drop out of the gates from profit taking, and then look for a reversal trade somewhere in the 46.50 or somewhere down at 46 or even possibly 45.50. Right? All these like $half and whole dollar marks, I would look for a bounce play and a reversal, because a good earnings win is good, but a lot of people will take profit when the bell rings. If it doesn't keep going up, they'll start taking profits, right? And then that's going to cause the stock to pull back. And then at some point, people are going to start trying to buy those dips, and that's what you're really looking for, is that potential dip buy opportunity. Okay, so that covers it. That is the morning watch list here on the Boiler Room. Okay, so recap: RIOT initially thinking long, and then short. LFIN, just watching this one because it should eventually come down. Some short bias in LFIN. NETE, watch that for a long and a short. SSC, keep on the back burner. NXTD, look for a long over 310. And that's really just it. There's a few of them there. Nothing too crazy, but there's going to be a lot of plays today based on all this blockchain technology that's coming out and blockchain news, etc. So there's a lot of stocks that are going to be in play today. So comes down just to picking the right one, right? So definitely keep NETE on watch. I wonder what that's doing. I haven't looked at it here in a second. Wow, NET is up to 12. So yeah, keep that one on watch. This one could be pretty crazy today. So again, that's all I got for you guys today. If you're still interested in joining into the trading course and the mentoring program, links are in the description below, and then use coupon code HOLIDAY10, and that's valid until Christmas Day. And then that sale will no longer be gone. You'll receive pretty much everything for $5. And then link to the Facebook group, pretty much everything to keep in contact with me is in the description box below. And then I will see you guys all tomorrow on Thursday. And then Friday, of course, we'll have Christmas coming up. So happy early Christmas to all of you. That's all I got for you. So let's hopefully end today on a green note. And thank you guys all again for joining in. All right. Take care.